It's 50 past the hour. Time now for your winter weather update. Joining us from the expert desk is our expert Tom Niziol. Tom, starting there in the Great Lakes, it's still amazing how little ice there is on those lakes.
Yeah, it is amazing. In fact, I've heard more talk about golfing in the Great Lakes than sledding so far this winter. And one way to gauge how cold the winter is in the Great Lakes region is to really look at the ice cover that's on the lakes. I have an image here that shows, on average, how much ice cover should be on the Great Lakes at this time of the year. Lake Erie should be completely ice covered. Lake Superior, significant ice cover across a good portion of the lake. But let me show you here exactly how much ice cover is on the lake at this time of the year. This is an amazing polar orbiter image that we have here, and I'm going to highlight Lake Erie. There is very little ice on that lake, and there's very little on Lake Superior as well. In fact, I'm going to zoom in on this a little more closely. We'll take a look at Lake Erie in particular, and let's see if this will move forward here. There's Lake Erie. It's a great image here, but the only place we see ice is a couple of locations here and right along the shoreline. Now, for those who are doing ice fishing, of course, there's been a lot of concern about the thinness of the ice on all of these lakes. In fact, some of the interior lakes here, this is one called Lake Chautauqua, a big lake for ice fishing, but you've got to be very careful at this time of the year if you're going to be on those lakes. Lake temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s in parts of the Great Lakes. That is almost unheard of at this time of the year. And as we move forward in time this weekend, this weather system we've been talking about that brings a cold air into the Great Lakes region is at least going to turn that lake effect snow machine on for a little while here. So into the latter part of the weekend, downwind of the Great Lakes here in the snow belt areas, there will be potential for snow. But again, Mike, so far this winter, it's been very mild. We're going to hand it off to Stephanie over at the Digital Media Center now. Steph?
Tom, I appreciate that, and I want to talk more about this mild winter. Unfortunately, the window for snow is slowly coming to a close. And